the matter, Patty?
I haven't been in battle much at all lately. Am I of no use to you anymore?
I think you may be taking things too hard.
I'm completely useless to anyone.
That's not true at all. You're our secret weapon, Patty. The ace up our sleeve.
Really? The ace up our sleeve?
Right. That means you have to hold back and wait for just the right moment. And right at that critical moment, you deliver. That's why we don't use you for trivial stuff.
Wow.
So you see, it's nothing to be glum about. Just make sure you're ready when we need you.
Aye, aye! You bet I'll be ready.
You do have your work cut out for you.
So, why are we here again?
Don't we have other stuff to do?
Well, we've come this far. It wouldn't hurt to just go and say hello to Pharaoh.
I'm hoping he won't be around.
What's this?
It's like a hole just opened up in the sky.
Oh, that. It is a phantom rift. Pharaoh made it.
What the hell is a phantom rift?
Jormungand, the town where we met Duke, was an illusion that Pharaoh made.
There wasn't anything left but ruins that second time we went there.
It kind of makes sense if what we saw in Jormungand was from the same time as the ghost ship.
Besides Duke, that is.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And you say Pharaoh made this thing?
Yes.
It seems like Pharaoh's not around here anywhere.
He's not responding to my calls either.
Hey! What's going on here?
No!
Whoa!
That stupid kid!
Let's go.
Carol, are you okay?
I'm okay. That was crazy.
This is Jormungand.
Or the illusion of it that Pharaoh made.
There's no one around.
Could Pharaoh be here?
Perhaps.
Let's have a look around.
Huh? What are you writing? Item names?
Yes, I'm working on the collector's book. Look how many items we have already.
Wow, you filled in a lot. It must be fun since you like books so much. Well, keep up the good...
No. From what I can see, yes. It looks like it's only about halfway complete.
What? Halfway?
Keep on working on it, and come back when you've made some real progress.
I'll fill this book up all the way, and then I'll make you eat your words.
Didn't this used to be your book, Rita?
Money seems to disappear before you know it.
No, it disappears because you use it.
Sure, but if you only use a little at a time, you don't realize how much you're spending.
I guess we've been spending a little too much.
What do you mean? We need to spend more.
Really? But why?
The more gold we spend, the more it comes back to us. And it brings its friends, too.
Really?
How interesting.
Huh? Rita, your name's on this money.
Exactly. I've been writing my name on our gold so we'll know when it comes back to us. And when it does come back, I bet it'll have doubled at least. So go on, use it.
What a lovely little fairy tale.
What brings you here?
We're just travelers passing through.
I'm sorry, but there is no longer an inn or any shops in this town.
Are you here alone?
Yes, it's just me.
You wouldn't happen to be the sage, would you?
The humans of this town once called me that.
Huh? But didn't the sage die?
Shh. This is an illusion Pharaoh made, right?
So that would mean this is actually the Jormungand of 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I wonder if the lack of a barrier Blastia is the reason everyone else took off.
How perceptive. Blastia cannot easily be acquired, nor do we have the clear Ciel crystal. The children of the full moon should never have signed the pact with the Interlakeia.
Pact?
They agreed to bury most of the Blastia, with the children standing watch over the rest.
In order to protect against the Adaphagos.
So then, the ancient civilization didn't collapse. It was sealed up.
Well, I thought you were perceptive, but now I see you actually know nothing.
What?
Supervising the use of Blastia. Doesn't that remind you of the Empire today?
Well, Estelle is a child of the full moon, not to mention one of the heirs to the throne.
Wait, so then the children of the full moon must have founded the Empire.
Please, there is no need to speak in hushed tones. The pact will surely be forsaken. Unless, that is, all Blastia can be done away with for good.
But people couldn't live like they do now without Blastia.
A certain type of life can be led, even without Blastia.
Yeah, the inconvenient type.
So it has always been. They come to depend on anything that eases the burdens of life.
Yet even knowing that, you help the people of this town to build a barrier, Blastia?
I too was poisoned by the desire for greater things. I couldn't ignore the convenience.
Now what kind of a sage does that?
To be a sage means only to be rich in knowledge. I too belong to the society of people.
Being a saint isn't a prerequisite for leadership then, huh?
Well put. And the children of the full moon are no different. the role of supervisor will turn into one of absolute authority before long.
What does that mean?
It's pretty clear if you look at what the Empire's become.
Anyway, nothing remains in this village, not even Blastia. You are welcome to stay the night, if you don't mind the ramblings of an old man.
Thanks.
Hey, that change we got for what we bought, it had Rita's name written on it.
What? Rita! Rita! What's all the commotion? Our money came back to us with that last purchase we made. Look! Didn't I tell you? Our money comes back and it brings its friends.
Huh? You mean that wasn't just a fairy tale?
Rita Mordio. It has your full name? How embarrassing.
I thought Estelle was spending more money than usual, so that was your doing.
Money is one thing, but what were you thinking? Writing your name on all the tools.
Say someone buys one of our tools and likes it. Maybe they'll give us a little something in return.
Talk about greedy.
All right, but would you at least quit writing your name on all the gels?
Rita, we have to eat those.
But...
I feel kind of dizzy.
I can't believe he kept us up all night telling those stories.
Well, I was fascinated by his epic tale of the girl who fought with a frying pan and a ladle.
Estelle, it sounds like you want to hear even more stories.
Yeah, well, you can count me out.
Anyway, this is quite impressive for something that's just an illusion.
It's so weird. It's an illusion, but we can talk with people and everything feels so real.
Perhaps it's because these things really did exist at one point in the past.
Humans could never give up Blastia completely, which has brought us to where we are today.
The Empire was only meant to monitor the Blastia, but they started digging them up and studying them.
The Entelekea despise the Blastia, but humans just can't let them go.
Hey, do you mind if I have a gel?
Carol, I don't really think you should eat those unless you need them.
But I can't stop thinking about how good they taste, or the smooshy way they feel between my teeth.
I noticed we've had fewer gels lately. You've been snacking on them, haven't you?
I want them so badly I can't sleep. And here you've been eating them while we weren't looking?
I haven't been doing anything like that. Wait, Rita, you were losing sleep over gels?
No, of course not. What are you talking about?
They're not snacks, you know. They might be small, but they're pretty expensive.
I can't say I like their taste or texture very much.
Perhaps they're not too pleasing to a princess's palate.
No, that's not it. I don't think they're that good either.
I'm addicted to their simple taste. You just don't get it.
Gels were made sweet and soft, so they'd appeal to children after all.
Are you saying my sense of taste is childish?
What's the matter with that? You are both children.
Flynn, aren't you tired from all that fighting?
It's far from enough to wear me out.
Is it just me, or does combat seem to invigorate him? Like a couple other people I could name.
Who?
Who indeed?
I didn't get as many chances to fight at the front after I rose to captain. This is an opportunity to keep myself in fighting form.
Whatever excuse you come up with, you're still a fighting maniac.
I've never been called a fighting maniac before.
And here I was thinking Flynn was normal.
She doesn't think we're normal.
Shocking, right?
What sort of person did you believe me to be, Rita?
Huh? Why ask now?
I mean, I never would have thought you'd think one of Yuri's friends was normal.
Yeah, you really are Yuri's type.
I'm right here, both of you.
we've got the gang back together.
I'm so glad to be with you all again. Same here.
Likewise.
You must take care not to strain yourself.
Remember, there's a limit to what we can do.
You know, one step at a time.
Huh? What's up?
I think Rapide just welcomed me back.
No, Rapide's already off over there.
Should have seen that coming.
Gather round!
Smile as wavering darkness will shine. Zero! Beating up the earth. The light passes my body to crush my enemies. Oh, you thought you could win? Too bad.
It looks like Baol is back to his old self.
There's plenty of air for him to absorb. He seems to have used it to heal his wounds.
For all the trouble Alexei's caused, he's helping us out in some unexpected ways.
That's not gonna get him off the hook, though.
He can go wherever he likes. With Baul to help us, there's no place we can't follow.
Keep your eyes on my sword.
Beating up the earth. Sacrifice my body to crush my enemies. Dasher!
That was so easy.
We will not go easy on you. The lightning rage! Run through that which blocks our future! Stalagmite! The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
You got pretty good.
Focus on the enemy in front! A flickering blaze is burning! Fireball! Someone protect me while I'm casting! Okay! Splash! Beating up the earth! Alright, here we go! Yay!
there's still a lack of devotion.
You're as stiff as ever.
That's why you...
Such good friends.
When someone as strong as Pharaoh tells you not to go messing with Zada, it makes you wonder.
I wish he'd use regular words when he talked, though.
Definitely. If it's really all that dangerous, you'd think he'd want to make himself clear.
Maybe it was something Pharaoh had difficulty expressing in his own way. He did take the time to warn us. That shows at least some concern for our well-being, right?
You mean that maybe he's warmed up to us a bit?
Yes.
This should be some fine training.
Don't let him trip you up. Come, oh Silverlight! Oasis will light all that sword of lightning upon those who dare fight. Yay! It is not fear to defeat you. Sizzling blaze, burn! Fireball! A ring incandescent fire, annihilate the bulk of before me.
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
Looking at Flynn, I can say, there's a knight captain. But it's really hard to picture Raven in charge of a bunch of knights.
I don't think it's possible until he gets rid of that shady aura he carries around.
It could be that he's only concealing his knightly dignity to complete his disguise as Raven.
I don't know if he and Dignity have even been in the same room together.
Captain Schwan was a man of grace and honor. His skills were renowned, which kept him on constant secret missions. Every knight knew his name, and nearly everyone envied his ability to carry out his duties with poise.
Huh? Is that true?
And while he was scrupulous, he knew how to care for those under him, so he always had their trust.
After seeing 3 of them, I can see he was well liked.
The more I hear about him, the further he seems from that old man.
That's why I'm telling you, I'm not Schwan.
When did he get here?
Listen to yourselves, carrying on as though nobody's around.
But sometimes you do say things that Captain Schwan would. You continue to carry his quality, however quietly.
Knock that off, would you?
eliminate them!
That was a fine bit of training.
We'll destroy them in no time!
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
That's the logical...
Keep your eyes on my sword.
Are you done already?
Raven?
What you need, lad?
I know this is a subject you would like to avoid, but I want to ask you something as a knight.
Why would Schwann obey Alexei's orders? Is it?
I cannot believe Captain Schwann would be so blind as to miss the nefariousness of Alexei's deeds.
You put too much stock into Schwann. His head was as empty as a tin soldier's. The Schwann that would fulfill his duty like a puppet died a decade ago.
That would not change, even if he knew what he does now?
Well, I don't think he would have seen a Blastia of that size coming. But he still might have followed Alexei to the last. But you never can know, can you?
Is the reason you wish to settle things now because you have chosen to live as Raven?
There are some folks who took this old man seriously. So I guess I can't die just yet. If I'm gonna live on, then I've got to make up for what Schwann did.
So a fortuitous encounter changed you.
That's putting it a bit dramatically.
run into another pile of trouble when the Knights catch up and you're with us, I won't be laughing if we mess things up before we can deal with Alexei.
That young woman Knight will be difficult. What will you do about her?
She's put me on too high a pedestal. I believe that a line can be drawn between good and evil in this world.
And she thinks that you're the one who can draw that line.
But reality is not so simple.
Right. I hope she realizes that soon. I have a feeling she will.
Sounds to me like she's got blinders on.
Yeah, I think Applehead will catch on faster.
Yuri, you really shouldn't call him that. Witcher is an exceptional mage who represents the future hopes of Aspio.
Him?
Hadn't you heard?
I guess I just wasn't interested. Now that I think of it, I think he may have been more on the ball than the others.
Even after our request for assistance expired, he continued to aid myself and other knights. He is earnest and dedicated.
You care about your crew, Flynn. I'm sure you're a top-rate captain.
Easy on you.
That was a fine bit of training.
That was so easy.
Finish that one.
It seems Yoda understands your feelings, Flynn.
If His Highness has got your back, you've got no choice but to charge forward.
Yes, I shall not disappoint him.
I didn't think he'd order you to go with us and stop Alexei. That little prince. I thought he was just a softie, but he's got sharp eyes.
Idealism alone won't get you very far. But if he can make clever moves like that, he'll be a fine emperor.
We'd all be in trouble if he couldn't.
An eye for the big picture, the ability to use the right people, and noble intentions. A full package like that is pretty rare.
Don't worry. I have faith in Yoder.
Anyway, Yoder told us to take you with us, so I hope you're ready for back-breaking work.
Of course. I shall not waste His Highness's favor.
Good. Now let's go.
Focus on the enemy in front.
Sacred stars! There's still a lack of devotion.
You're as stiff as ever.
Oh, Silverlight! Angel feeding of the earth! Sacrifice thy body to crush my enemies! Ground Dasher! Arise, a light of light! Healing circle! Sorry.
Blow you away! You're dead! Divine Wolf!
Second rage! Run through that which blocks our future!
Your blade of cold as steel! Rend the infinite darkness! And crush my enemies to nothing! Savage! Wolf Fury!
Oh, angelic princess granted her magnificent embrace! Second rage! Run through that which blocks our future! Magnificent embrace! Oh, blade of noble light! Overpower even an... Destructible evil! Do this now! This'll tingle! I'm not feeling so hot. I'm fine. Someone protect me while I'm casting.
Rely on me!
I thought we were dead.
Watch out. This one's tough.
You're dead!
An embrace. Spread thy alluring. Snare and deliver my enemies unto me. Tractor beam! Blaze burn! Fireball! Hey, help me out when I'm casting. I'll protect you. I'm fine. Sorry.
Fate.
Watch out. This one's tough.
Spread thy wings back to me.
Don't be a pain!
Resurrection! Someone protect me while I'm casting.
Rely on me!
This is dangerous. Straight, blow his blades.
I'll blow you away!
Feeding on the shot this. Crush my enemies.
Sacred spirits!
Our righteous will fall the sword of lightning upon those who
Why'd you run away, Yuri?
The way that fight was going, we would have been eaten in no time.
Although we could have ripped our way out from inside its stomach.
This woman's crazy.
I don't know. I think Judith could pull it off. And that scares me.
Did you really want to fight that monster so badly, Judith?
It's not that I wanted to fight it. I just don't like leaving things half done.
This was a strategic retreat. Come on, it would have been bad if we'd actually been eaten.
Yeah, but we should come back here again.
Yeah, if we feel like it. I'm really starting to get tired. some more.
This looks easy.
Don't get careless.
Bring them back to the abyss of death. Resurrection! Is as great as your magnificent embrace.
Come forth, secret spirits!
Yeah! Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't get cocky.
There's no way we're gonna lose. I don't care what rock you crawled out from. Bring it.
There's still a lack of devotion.
You're as stiff as ever.
That's why you...
So that's Zaude. It's huge.
It's sort of shaped like a ring.
Anybody with fingers big enough for that wouldn't have any trouble taking over the world.
There's no way Alexei could fit that on his finger.
I wonder if we'll get in without being seen.
Whoa, look! Over there!
Pharaoh. But Pharaoh's one of the strongest in Telekea.
And even he couldn't do anything to it. What did we get ourselves into?
It reconstituted itself by manipulating the air. What processing speed?
Is that the power Alexei was after?
Let's go in from below. Pharaoh's doing all the work. But at least he's got Alexei looking up for now.
Pharaoh. I'd like to know one thing before we begin this battle. Just how strong is this Commandant?
I heard he earned his knighthood when he won a royal tournament during the previous emperor's reign.
I got to cross swords with him once, and I didn't last more than 3 minutes.
His title is more than mere decoration. His skill puts him well above his fellow knights.
He's the strongest among them, huh?
And don't forget, he's surrounded by his royal guard.
None of this sounds very promising.
Hey, we've got De Nomos, don't we?
Besides, we've been through all kinds of stuff together on this journey.
Yeah, we're tighter than any kind of guard, royal or not.
All right, so say we handle the royal guard. It's still a coin toss in the end.
I guess we'll never be too prepared when it comes to facing Alexei.
Any error will likely cost lives.
Right. We'll have to give it everything we've got.
Man, up close, this thing is bigger than I thought.
Is this really one big Blastia? There's no way!
It's gotta be a Hopeland Blastia designed to threaten everyone in the world!
It must possess unimaginable power.
Hey, look! It's a ship!
Is it the Knights?
No, I can't believe they'd make it here this fast. It's probably the Royal Guard.
That must mean... Yep, the entrance is closely guarded.
They're swarming like sea roaches!
There aren't that many. We could blow them away before they knew what hit them.
Easy. We're not here to get noticed. Let's see if there isn't some other way in.
So Pharaoh's been absorbing air too. Is he trying to restabilize it?
We owe him one for keeping the fight up this long.
No, I don't think that's it. My guess is he's taking in all that air to disable Zaude's power source.
That way he'll be able to mess with Alexei's plans, right?
Right. Right, Judith?
Who? Me? What was the question?
Never mind.
It'll be easy if we can just get inside. We'll stop everything in one shot.
Wish it were that easy, kid. But we'll be up to our ears in traps and royal guards.
Gotta admire his confidence.
Do you really mean that?
Pharaoh, please be okay. Greetings, Elder. What were you grumbling about?
Oh, you've returned. Look what I found when I was cleaning my dresser.
You had a sword in your dresser?
Hey, but this is...
This isn't just any old sword. It looks like, you know...
Yeah.
No kidding. Not so much the shape, the vibe it's given off.
Just what kind of sword is this?
I was hoping you would ask. If memory serves, it is one of the 7 fell arms of legend.
You mean the weapon spawned by the 14-headed monster from the fairy tales?
I don't know how the story is told below, but here the legend is as follows. At the height of the ancient Blastia civilization, an attempt was made to produce special weapons. Eventually, this led to the creation of armaments of untold power, 7 in total.
So these weapons are a legacy of the ancients. Well, De Nomos is real. Maybe this story is too.
Is De Nomos one of these fell arms, then?
I'd say it's possible if what the Elder said is true.
But if this really is one of the fell arms, Why was it in your dresser, Elder?
I can't remember for the life of me. It's been decades since I've cleaned this thing out.
You haven't cleaned out your dresser in decades?
If these weapons are really as powerful as they sound, it might be a good idea for us to get a hold of them before they fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, there've been quite a few sets of wrong hands out there lately, too.
Might we take this with us, Elder?
Huh? Oh, fine by me.
You're giving it to us just like that?
To tell the truth, I'm glad it turned up. But I've been wondering what I'd do with it. I've got no real use for it. Besides, it would be a shame to just leave something like this lying around. I figure you are just the ones to put it to proper use.
Do you know anything about the other fell arms?
Let me see here. According to the legend, the 7 weapons share a common bond. If this is truly one of the fell arms, it may react if brought near the others.
But Nomos hasn't reacted at all.
Then perhaps it isn't a fell arm after all.
Then how are we supposed to find them?
Well, there's no point thinking it to death. So long as we have one of them, the bad guys won't be able to get them all, right? Maybe that's good enough.
I agree.
All right then, Elder. We'll take it off your hands.
I'm gonna go a little crazy here.
That was so easy.
We've seen plenty of Blastia so far, but this one's in a different class altogether.
If this was made at the end of the Garayos civilization, it may contain clues to all their technology.
Chances are pretty good if the building we saw in that relief in Myorzo is actually Zaude.
So is there a connection between the Cataclysm and the Autophagos? If it does come from the end of the Garayos civilization, maybe it can turn back the Autophagos.
I wonder if that's why they carved the relief. It all adds up, but I keep going back to Pharaoh's words.
About disturbing Zaude? Thinking about it isn't likely to get us anywhere. We just have to go on.